Good day! Are we digitally ready? This is a question that teachers and learners are probably asking right now. With the advent of DepEd's Digital Rise program, the Open Educational Resources, or OER, was woven together and finally realized. This project prioritizes the necessity to enhance the digital literacy skills of every teacher and learner in the country. Our OER mission is to connect the disconnected. OER is indeed an innovative initiative with a lofty aim to get disconnected schools and last-mile schools connected through ICT even without an internet connection.
It is designed to cater to the need of these schools for interactivity, digitalization, and delivery of 21st century skills that will ensure that every learner is future ready. Join us in another training workshop and learn more about open educational resources, whose primary purpose is to provide support and assistance to learners and teachers in this rapid advancement of technology. Our goal is to build and strengthen the capabilities of public and private teachers, school heads, and supervisors by teaching you to create and design interactive, localized, and contextualized instructional materials for teaching using basic, advanced, and proficiency software and tools. Surely, this will be another exciting and engaging webinar training workshop. Together, let's all rise amidst this crisis. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, para sa guro. Sulong edukalidad!
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del P. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na Pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our 5th week. And again, I am your English 10 tutor for today. My name is Ma'am Maribel Jaime Roque. So, good afternoon. I know you are all very excited to learn a new topic today. And I know that you are also ready with the activities as we discuss the 5th topic. Again, welcome to ETUlay English 10. To all the teachers, students, and of course, to the parents who are with us today, good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so let us read the comments. Kindly give your message on the chat box. You can type your school, the name of your school, your name. Let's read Kylie Espinosa. It's Kylie is from Integrated School, grade 7. Okay, so you can also chat your name and the name of your school. Welcome to Mariano Marcos, teachers of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Ayan, so thank you po, and I hope that you will stay with me until the last minute of our discussion. Okay, so of course, before we continue, let us have our past lesson. Let us review our past lesson. And this time, since we finished all the topics about argumentative essay, our activity now is about the characteristics, the elements, and the parts of an argumentative essay. So we will have an activity about all the topics that we discussed about argumentative essay. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? Okay, we have here Annalyn Lejano watching from Hiniero, ESSDO, Bongabon, Annex. Okay, so I think you are all ready. We will have an activity about all the topics that we discussed under argumentative essay. Okay, so let's try the first question. We also have Romuel Anchola. Good afternoon, watching from Etiaga National East District, Grade 10, SDO Isabela. Wow, from Isabela. Julie Ann Cleto. Good afternoon po, Julie Ann Cleto from Sorsogon National High School. Okay, so let's have the first question. What is the purpose of argumentative essay? Is it A, to tell an interesting story, B, to give information about a topic, or letter C, to persuade the reader and to consider your claim? Kindly check po, what is the purpose of your argumentative essay? Include the number and your answer. Mary Lynn Libello, watching from DepEd Tanawan. Ruby Palakay from Division ng Apayao. Hello, watching from Soyung Elementary School. Okay, it's Criza Angeli Lopez Navalta. What is the answer for number one? What do you think is the answer for number one? What is the purpose of argumentative essay? What is the answer? Kindly include the number and your answer. Okay, so the answer for number one is letter C. That is correct. Letter C. So we have here Julie Ann Cleto, yes, Maricel Cabañas from New Era High School, and the answer of Miolan Tagle. Hello, Miolan Tagle from Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Your answer is correct. That is correct, Miolan. And Michelle Cabañas. The answer is letter C. Okay, let's have number two. What is the hook or the lead in an essay? I think we discussed this last time, right? You remember the hook or lead in an essay? What do you think is the hook? Is it A, the sentence that ends the paper? B, the sentence that establishes direction and get the reader's attention? Or letter C, it's the beginning of the sentence. What do you think is the answer? Montes Marbs. We also have Montes Marbs from Danau City. Romuel, your answer for number one is also correct, and also Nick Salfavan. Okay. How about number two? What is the hook or the lead essay? What do you think? Lander Pasqua from Ingid Ramona Integrated School. Hello. Letter B, Job Suarez. According to Job Suarez, it's letter B. What do you think is the hook or the lead essay? Hook or the lead essay? The answer for number two is letter B. That is correct. The sentence that establishes direction and get the reader's attention. You're right. Job Suarez and Rigo Montes Almarves and Michelle Calbañas. Okay, so let's have number three. You're also correct, Sherry Liao. Your answer is letter B. Number three, which is not a type of a hook. Is it a shocking statement, an anecdote, memoir, inspirational quotes, biography and history, or rhetorical questions? What do you think is not a type of hook? Kindly include the number and your answer so we can address if your answer is for number three. Okay, we still have here answers for number two, Lander and Christian Soriano. Your answer is correct. That is letter B. How about number three? What is the answer? It's Rigo. Chel Rigo is letter D. Is it letter D? Let's check later. Let's have another answer. What do you think is not a type of a hook? Is it a shocking statement, an anecdote memoir, inspirational quotes, biography and history, or a rhetorical question? The answer is, for number three, the answer is Hook is the beginning of a sentence, right? So what is the answer for number three? The answer is letter D. That is correct. Biography and history. Wow, ang gagaling ng ating mga audience. Talagang natandaan yung mga lessons natin before. Let's have number four. It answers the points of the other argument. It answers the points of the other argument. Is it letter A, evidence, B, claim, C, counter argument, or letter D, a statement? Shefford, Kelly, Gamela, Sherilyn Matibag, Anyayahan, and Kimberly Lazaro. Your answers for number three, they are correct. Alexia Antolin. So what is number four? It answers the points of the other argument. Evidence, a claim, a counter argument, or a statement. What do you think is the answer for number four? It answered the points of an argument. Julie Ann, Lorila Cleto, and Liham, Paul Soriano, and Kimberly Lazaro, they answer letter C. Counter argument. That is correct. So the answer is counter argument. That is right. Let's have number five. Montes, your answer is also correct. Montes Ahi Marvs and Job Suarez. Let's have number five. A kind of exordium that share personal memory. Exordium is also the hook, right? So what is a kind of exordium that share personal memory? Is it A, an anecdote memoir? Is it letter B, statistics? Letter C, rhetorical questions? Or letter D, quotation? Shell Riego or Rigo, sorry. The answer is letter A. Let's check if it's letter A. That is correct. Okay, so that is anecdote memoir. And number six, let's have the last number. The opening paragraph that grabs the reader's attention. It is letter A. Is it letter A, claim? Letter B, evidence? C, hook? Or letter D, conclusion? What do you call the opening paragraph that grabs the reader's attention? Is it letter A, claim? B, evidence? C, hook? Or letter D, conclusion? What do you think is the answer for this? Let's check number six, the answer. I can still see answers ng number five. So your answers are all correct for number five. How about number six? Number six, Lan Arcilia Cabañas. The answer is letter C. Montes, letter C. Jobs, letter C. Leonardo, Alexia, Nix. Wow, let's check if it's letter C. Very good. That is what we call the hook. Hook is the opening paragraph. We also call hook as exordium, and you need to grab the reader's attention because when they are reading your hook or as they read your hook, if you grab their attention, they will continue reading. Tama? Tutuloy-tuloy nila yung pagbabasa ng inyong composition or ng inyong essay if it is interesting. Okay, wow. All the answers, I can see all answers. They are all correct. Thank you for participating. Lander, Pasqua, Kimberly Lazaro. Your answer is letter C, hook. That is correct. Now, let's proceed with our lesson for today. Our objective for today's lesson, you will be able to understand the difference between informative essay and persuasive essay. So we discussed the argumentative essay. Now we will discuss the difference between informative and persuasive essay. So we know that writing an essay is really common in school, though you also even need to write for business like reports. An essay is defined as a short piece of writing that expresses information as well as the writer's opinion. For some of you, maybe you think that it's just easy to write an essay. Uupo ka lang sa harapan ng computer, gagawa ka na. However, a lot of planning involves in writing. You need to know your objective in writing. So it is also good. It is also a good idea to follow a number of important steps in writing or in the writing process. We have here decide what kind of essay to write, brainstorm your topic, research the topic, choose a writing style, develop a thesis, outline your essay, write your essay, and edit your writing to check spelling and grammar. So these are the things that you need to consider. Now, let's go back to number one. Sabi dito, decide what kind of essay to write. Which is you need to decide what kind of essay that you really need to write. Like what we discussed before, I think on the second week of our session, I mentioned that there are different types of writing. So we have here the narrative. Do you still remember nung diniscuss natin yung meaning ng bawat isa? We have here the narrative, which tells a story or impart information about your topic. We also have expository that explains to the reader how to perform a given process. We also have descriptive that focuses on the details of what is going on. Next, we have informative that explains, informs, instructs, and even compare ideas. And we also have persuasive, like when you convince the reader about some point of view. Okay? And last time, we discussed argumentative essay, all the elements, characteristics, and parts that explains how to write an effective one. It aims to persuade the readers on a certain point. Okay? So we have here the Kang Yu-jun considering the uri or anyo ng sulatin. Wow. I think Kang Yu-jun is a Filipino teacher. Yeah, from Mariano Marcos Memorial High School, Vladimir Villejo. Okay. Now, for today, we will discuss the difference between the informative essay and a persuasive essay. So let's start first with the informative essay. So what is an informative essay? When writing something informative, you will be asked to give your readers a perspective to something. To achieve success as an informative writer, you will need to bear in mind the level of knowledge of your target audience. You need to get the level of your audience. To ensure or remain, you need to also ensure and remain unbiased. Unbiased because you don't need to stand on one point. Rather, you are just informing them and explaining the topic, right? So we have here the answer of Christian Paul Soriano. Informative essay tends to inform. On the other hand, persuasive essay tends to persuade. That is correct. And we will discuss that further today, Christian Soriano. Thank you for your answer. So you have to use a neutral tone also in informative essay. Throughout the essay, you need to use a neutral tone. Or they should not try to argue. You should not try to argue on one side over another side. It is like a newscaster that you just give only facts. So you don't offer any opinion. All right? Now, an informative essay also has three paragraphs. We have here the introduction, a paragraph containing the central idea of the paper. Again, it needs to grab the reader's attention. Make a clear statement of what the reader will be informed about. Okay? We have the body or the body paragraph that contains enough facts and information to cover the topic. So you need to expand the essay based on your introduction. You need to give information based on your introduction and grab the reader's attention using examples and other supporting details. This is where you will provide further explanation on the idea or the main idea. All right. And lastly, we have here the conclusion that briefly summarizes all the points explained in the body. So it should inspire the readers. And after reading your essay, they will, it will make them want to learn more about the topic you discussed. They want to search more on that topic. Okay. All right. So next, remember that informative essay, you must never express your opinion. Always in informative essay, you should not express your opinion or try to convince others because you are just giving information, right? You should not try, do not try to convince others to take a certain action or stance. That objective is if your informative essay is interesting enough, It may take the readers to learn and search more about the subject. So about the topic that you discussed. But you need to let them take the decision. Okay? Um you will not persuade them. So they will come to come that on their own decision. Okay? Let us give an example. Christian Paul Soriano. Yes, ma'am. Informative essay contains solely facts. That is correct. Christian, thank you. So let us give an example. For example, if you are to explain, let's say, an iPhone, you need to share the features. You need to share specifications, functions, everything about it. But never say that iPhone or Apple, they are better than Android phones, because you should not give your opinion about it. Okay? In that way, it would not be an informative essay anymore if you give your opinion. If you will say that Apple is better than Android, it is not an informative essay. You should only focus on giving facts, just like what Christian Paul Soriano mentioned. You should only focus on giving facts. That will help the readers, the consumers, to make their own decision. All right? Is everything clear for the informative essay? Right? Thank you, Christian Paul, for that answer. Now let's have persuasive essay. Let's analyze persuasive writing and let's make a clear description first, because some may ask, like what we mentioned before. Persuasive essay, it means, sabi nga kanina ni Christian, you tend to persuade. How about argumentative? Do you still remember? What is argumentative essay? Can you please give your answer? Type your answer. What is argumentative essay? Kasi sabihin natin, si persuasive, parehas lang naman yan ni argumentative eh. Wala naman silang pinagkaiba. We will discuss that. Malalaman natin kung meron silang difference. So what do you think is an argumentative essay? Sabi nga natin, persuasive. It persuades. How about argumentative essay? What is argumentative essay? Parehas lang ba siya? Is it the same with persuasive? Right? Siguro sabihin natin, in some ways, yes, di ba? Magkaparehas sila. Uh, they have the same objective. They persuade. Montes, Amarvs, Al Marvs. How about giving your experiences in an informative essay? Or you're asking if you're giving an experience in, I think if you are giving an experience or you are stating something, you are describing something, that is a descriptive essay. Right? It's not an informative essay, because when you say informative essay, you inform someone or you inform your readers about a certain topic or a certain thing. But when you provide, let's say, describe an experience, for example, the time that you visited Boracay, I think it's already a descriptive essay. Argumentative, according to Julianne Cleto, argumentative essay is a form of writing where the author presents both sides of an argument or issue. That is correct. Very good, Julianne Cleto. And Christian Paul Soriano, argumentative essay, you need to utilize your standpoint and at the same time oppose it. That is right. Okay? Now, they are the same because, sabi natin, in some ways, they are the same because they both aim to persuade the readers on something. But let's just say, yan, sabi natin, they both aim to persuade the readers on something. But let's just say that an argumentative essay is more profound or deeper than persuasive essay. Or this provides evidence and facts. Since you are opposing something, sabi nga kanina, you are opposing something. You stand on one point. So that is for argumentative essay. You oppose because you provide evidence and facts. Okay? In persuasive writing or in persuasive essay, you also provide evidence and facts to convince your readers. But you are presenting only one side of the topic using your personal ideas about the topic. In argumentative essay, you argue. on the topic. You provide a counter argument, sorry. But in persuasive essay, you just convince the readers on your point and you do not argue on anything. So that's the difference. Sa persuasive, you just give your stand. You don't argue on anything. You convince your readers that this is a good item. You need to purchase this because this is really good. You provide facts and evidence. But in argumentative essay, you argue on something. You compare. Let's say, according to Kang Yu Jun, argumentative essay present arguments that shows both side of an issue. Okay, that is right. Hello to Mark Ayan de Guzman. Thank you for watching. All right, is it clear between the persuasive and argumentative? We discussed argumentative before. Pinasok lang natin to make it clear. Kasi sabihin natin, nagpa-persuade si argumentative, nagpa-persuade din si persuasive essay. So they are the same in some ways. Right? Is that clear? Pero hindi talaga sila magkaparehas. All right? So let's now continue. All right. So in persuasive essay, what is a persuasive essay? Persuasive essay is another type of writing that begins like the informative essay. Para din siyang informative. Why? Because at first, you need to inform the readers on what your topic is about. Para din siyang informative essay at first, since you need to inform your readers on what is the idea of your topic. But then, after introducing that topic, that is the time that you start persuading them. You now start to give reasons. Okay? Winilin Balneg, watching from Ingud Ramona Integrated School. Hello, thank you for watching, Winilin. Okay. So, next, there are 4 modes of persuasion that will make your writing more interesting. You need to understand these modes of writing because if you, it's just like the characteristics of persuasive element of persuasive writing. Kapag alam mo ito, you can make an effective persuasive essay. Okay? First, we have here the ethos, which is a Greek word for character. In writing, it means the credibility of the writer, meaning you, as a writer, you need to be credible, you need to be believable. Okay, here we have here some ways on how you can do that. First, let's say you can share personal stories that show you how what you have experienced. You can also present in your essay that other people trust you. For example, you are selling an item. So yung reviews ng mga buyers, you can also present that, right? So you can also point your qualification maybe in some ways or in some type of essay. So an example is if you have a business, you point out the certificate of your business. You can also share the website of your company. Okay. The second is what we call the pathos. Again, it's a Greek word which means experience or emotion. This has to do with putting your readers into a certain point of mind that appeal to their emotions. Ginagamit ito mostly if you're writing a blog. Okay, kapag gumagawa ka ng blog, you can share a photo, a picture, an image, since it stimulates the curiosity of your readers and somehow make emotional connections. It will also help them visualize and imagine while reading your essay. Okay? So kanina may nagtanong kanina kapag ka pinapresent daw yung experience. At least I think that is both descriptive or persuasive. It depends on the objective or the aim of your essay. 'Di ba? If you are just sharing your experience, that is descriptive. But if you are encouraging or persuading your readers na best place yon to visit, that is already persuasive writing. Okay? The third mode, Melinda Bustamante, watching from SDO Bulacan, San Miguel Central District, San Juan Elementary School. Angel Balneg, watching from Ingod Ramona Integrated School. Wow, ang daming taga Ramona Integrated School. Thank you for watching. Jane Mendoza, watching from San Diego Elementary School, Quezon City, NCR. Thank you for watching. Thank you po for watching. Now let's have the next. We have here logos, which means reasons. It means to appeal to a reason or logic. It's the proof you present to show that your method works, that your position is true, that what you are saying is accurate. So si Pathos at saka si Logos, magkasama silang dalawa. When you state your experience and reveal your emotions, which is Pathos, you also need to include reasons and logic on them. So sila magka-partner silang dalawa. Okay? And the last is what we call the kairos. It means proper time. So it means creating a perfect moment to deliver a particular message. It is when you point out the negative consequences if someone doesn't take a certain progress of action. For example, if you are writing again a blog, or if you write a blog post about the importance of exercise, you must or you might list the immediate negative consequences kapag hindi nila agad ginawa yung exercise. All right? So now these are just your guide. These are just your guide that will help you in writing persuasive essay. Kang Yu Jun, Pathos, nag-iimpluwensya sa damdamin ng mambabasa. Wow, ang lalim. Ang lalim. Erlinda de la Cruz, watching from Asingan, Pangasinan. Kang Yu Jun, Ethos, pinapamalas ang karakter. Right? That is about character, kredibilidad, at otoridad upang maging kapani-paniwala ang sinulat ng sulatin. Ang ganda naman ng sinasabi ni Kang Yujun. Wow, napakalalim. And they are correct. It describes pathos and ethos. Okay? Now, let's take a look at this table. We will now compare informative and persuasive writing. Okay. Alexia, Sydney, Antolin, watching from Ingud Ramona Integrated School. Ang dami talagang taga Ingud Ramona. Thank you for supporting and watching ETUlay, especially English 10, our lecture for today. Thank you so much po. Now, let's have this table. So we have here informative essay and persuasive essay. We have the purpose. The purpose in informative essay, the writer aims to inform the readers on a certain topic. In persuasive essay, the writer aims to get the reader to agree with him or with his perspective. All right? Yun ang pinagkaiba nilang dalawa. General technique. The writer uses a specific style of language that means that the information is clear and precise to the readers. In persuasive essay, opinions are blended with facts, all in an attempt to convince the reader that the writer is right. Ito yung lagi nating sinasabi, you convince the reader na tama ka. You provide facts. You provide an evidence that you tell your readers that you are right and they must believe you. Erich Lagronio. Is it Lagronio? Watching from Ingud Ramona Integrated School. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have here the attitude. In informative essay, it's informative, factual, and educational. For persuasive essay, persuasive writers go after their readers more aggressively because they want to convince, right? They reflect the emotional approach that will work best on their audience. Persuasive writing is personal, passionate, and emotional. All right? Okay? Next. Starting point. So for informative essay, when you write an informative essay, ito yung starting point. You pick a topic, decide what you think, and you write, you draw. Sabi nga natin kanina, you can provide pictures or talk about it. You just need to talk about all the information or give all the information about the topic because you want to inform. Lahat ng facts na tumutukoy sa topic na iyon, you just give and inform the readers. Okay? When you say persuasive essay, the starting point, pick a topic of interest, what you want. It's really important to pick a topic na kung saan ikaw ay yun ang gusto mo. Yun ang kasi hindi ka, 'di ba when you write something, if you're not interested with it, hindi ka ganun magiging eager to search more on that topic. So kailangan ang topic mo is yung topic of interest, what you want. Okay? Choose a point, you choose your point, and then you start writing. Now, support. For informative essay, we have here factual information that explains a topic. Factual because you are providing information. Kailangan tama. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-provide ng fake information about the topic kasi hindi ka na believable, di ba? Next, for persuasive writing, factual evidence that convince the audience. Okay, you provide evidence. Remember, in informative essay, you are the reporter, remaining unbiased, objective, and only presenting facts. In persuasive essay, your goal is to persuade the reader to agree with your opinion. Okay, and the objective of informative essay, give information, explain an issue on the topic, or topic, provide straightforward facts with a balanced explanation of the topic. And in persuasive writing or in persuasive essay, your objective is often a combination of facts and personal point of view. Focus on benefits of your point of view. Use strong comparable facts for both sides and never stretch facts to strengthen your argument. Okay? So these are now information or guidelines about informative and persuasive writing. All right? Okay. Yan. So we still have here our readers, our audience. You can comment your name and your school. Okay, now take note, all persuasive speeches are also informative. Sabi nga natin kanina, you will start your essay by giving information about the topic. So lahat ng persuasive speech or essay, they are also informative. But after you give the information about the topic, you now give your point about your opinion about the topic. Okay? Of course, because you inform the readers about the issue before you take a stand on it. The only difference between informative and persuasive writing is that the informative does not tell the audience to do something at the end. Wala nang gagawin pa yung audience. Kunyari, ang gagawin na lang nila is to search more about the topic. After reading your essay, titingnan nila, titingnan nila yung yung sinabi mo kung tama. You give them information 'di ba? But in persuasive writing, in persuasive speech does. Ibig sabihin, nagbibigay ka ng another action after reading. Totoo kaya na maganda kaya? Totoo kaya puputi kaya kapag ginamit tong sabon na to? Kasi you give your point about it, 'di ba? So titingnan naman ngayon nila. Sila na yung magde-decide. You don't argue about it, pero sila yung magde-decide kung ano ang dapat nilang gawin. All right? So I think you are ready. Again, with our activity, everything is clear, I think. Guys, let's have a short activity about informative and persuasive essay. All right? Let's try this activity. Let's have number 1. Okay. So, for number 1, in informative essay, it is acceptable to give and state your opinion about the topic. Again, in informative essay, it is acceptable to give and state your opinion about the topic. What do you think? Is it true or false? All right, let's check the answers. Ano ba siya? True ba siya or false? In informative essay, it is acceptable to give and state your opinion on the topic. What do you think is the answer for number 1? Let's check. Kang Yu Jun. Sabi ni Kang Yu Jun, false. We have here Montes Al Marvs. Informative essay is a condition. Ang bilis ng ating Mark Ian de Guzman. Informative essay aims to inform the audience about a specific topic, while a persuasive essay aims to persuade the audience it to perform a certain action that is right or convince the audience to adopt the belief or opinion of the speaker. That is right. Let's have the answer for number one. In informative essay, it is acceptable to give and state your opinion on the topic. The answer for number one is false. That is right. Kung Yujun and Julianne, Lorilia Cleto, and Alexa Sydney Antolin. Your answer is correct. And also Mark Ian de Guzman. Your answer is also correct. All right. Let's now go to the next question. Number two, persuasive essay and argumentative essay are the same in all points. Persuasive essay and argumentative essay are the same in all points. Is it true or false? What do you think is the answer for this? The answer is false, sabi ni Julie Ann Cleto. Mark Ian Guzman. Erich Logroño, false. Let's check if it's false. That is right. Sabi natin kanina, magkaparehas lang sila because they both persuade, pero deeper si argumentative, right? Because si argumentative, meron siyang, you need to argue about a certain topic. Si persuasive, you just need to convince. You just need to persuade. That is correct, Kang Yujun. It's false. Julianne Lorelia Cleto, that is false. That is right. Okay? So, hindi sila magkapareho sa lahat. In all points, they are not the same. Okay? Alexia Sydney Antolin, that is also correct. Let's have number three. When writing something informative, you will be asked to give your readers a perspective to something. Again, when you are writing something informative, you will be asked to give your readers a perspective to something. Is that correct? Or is it true or false? For number three, is it true or false? Let's check for number three. The answer is true. That is correct. Okay, thank you. Julie Ann Cleto Montes Almarves, Mark Ian de Guzman. Okay, and let's have number and also Vladimir Villejo. That is correct. True, letter A. And let's have number four. The only difference between an informative and persuasive writing is that the informative does not tell the audience to do something at the end, and the persuasive writing does. Is this true or false? The only difference between an informative and persuasive writing is that informative does not tell the audience to do something at the end, and the persuasive writing does. Julie Ann Lorelia Cleto, true. Alexia Sydney Antolin, true. Erich Logroño, true. Let's check if the answer is true. Correct. Vladimir Villejo, true. That is right. Okay? Ito yung binanggit natin on the last part of our discussion. The only difference in writing is that informative does not tell the audience to do something. Okay? Because you are just informing. You as a writer, you inform them. But persuasive writing does. Because after reading your essay, they need to decide, sabi mo ba tama? Maniniwala ba ako sa'yo or not? Alright? Windaline Balneg. True, that is correct. Okay. So, right? So if you want to watch this video again, that is the last number. Mark Ayan de Guzman, A, true. Alexia Sydney Antolin, true. Correct. Okay. If you want to watch this video again, just check the link or, of course, subscribe to our ETUlay page. Right. And also, if you want to review your lessons in school, don't forget to subscribe to our official Facebook page, ng DepEd TV. And of course, to the DepEd TV's YouTube account. I always mention this kasi I am also part of DepEd TV. I teach EAPP dun sa DepEd TV, okay? And you can also check my YouTube account, Lala Rocket 2829. I also provide video lessons about English, especially for the senior high school. And if you have any questions about the topic or the previous topics that we discussed, feel free to send a message or a private message to my on my FB account. It's Lala Jaime Roque. Julianne Lorilia Cleto. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this lecture. This is a great help for my students. Thank you a lot. Good afternoon. Thank you so much po, ma'am Julianne Cleto. You can also share the video to your students. Oh, kasi this is really very helpful. All right. Thank you so much po. Again, if you have questions, just send a message to my FB account. This will be all for today. I will see you again on our next lesson. Okay? Thank you so much for staying and for participating. Sa lahat po na nag-participate, nagsagot, thank you. Alexia, Sydney, Antoline, Erich, Logronio, nagpapahabol ng bate. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye! Thank you!
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd EdTech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!